Welcome to Loyola Marymount University for the 110th Commencement Exercises. Faculty Senate President and Associate Professor of Economics, Dorothea Herreiner, is leading today's procession with the University Mace. This tradition dates back to the earliest universities of the Middle Ages. LMU's Mace is present during milestone academic ceremonies to remind us of the unique history of our university. Two faces of the Mace depict the university seal, representing our Jesuit and Marymount traditions. The papal seal on the third face symbolizes our Catholic heritage. The fourth face includes the American shield of stars and stripes. The LMU Mace is more than an object. By its presence here today, it connects us to our past and links us to the global academic community. Class of 2022, please come forward.
Good morning. Please be seated. My name is Thomas Poon, and I am the Executive Vice President and Provost. On behalf of the university community, especially our new graduates, It is my pleasure to welcome you to Loyola Marymount University. I also welcome those who could not be with us today, but who are watching via our webcast. As part of Loyola Marymount University's recognition of our history, location, and our relationship to the indigenous communities in Los Angeles, we acknowledge the Tongva peoples as the traditional land caretakers of Tova-Ngar, the Los Angeles Basin, and Southern Channel Islands, and the presence of LMU on this traditional, ancestral, and unceded land. We are grateful to have the opportunity to live, learn, study, and create at LMU. As we celebrate our students' achievements this morning, please remember that until President Snyder confers the degrees at the end of the ceremony, each student is still a student and not yet a graduate. Please remain in your seats until all names are read and President Snyder confers the degrees near the end of our ceremony. And now, please stand for the invocation and the singing of the national anthem.
Good morning. Good morning. Graduates of 2022, we made it. We are commencing, you and I, today. So let us pray with grateful hearts. Gracious God, Holy Spirit, God of many names, you are found in all things. You bring everything to a good end, and you lead us on our steady way. But we did not get here alone. And so this morning we are mindful of and pray a blessing upon the people who held us up and cheered us on through late nights and countless weekends of hard work, creative ideas, self-doubt, best hopes, careful thinking, all done in the midst of a season of pandemic suffering and fear and hopes and plans B and C and D and learning how and when and where to work. We've been held up in all that by those who love us. And so we pray for those who have supported us. May they all bask in the light of your commencement this day, you graduates of 2022. And may your faces shine with gratitude for them. We also remember as we go forth that we're part of a communion of saints and scholars on whose shoulders we stand, the many who stood in this beautiful garden in past years and past decades, and who have gone forth to be faithful to giving good news of hope and abiding peace in the service of faith and the promotion of justice. As we use our talents to sustain and repair a world that is both fragile and fractured, we pray, spirit of unity, spirit of love, that we may together go forth and commence in that repair. We pray all of this in the name of the God of many names. Let the people say, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Professor Horan. Please join Carolyn Guerrior, who graduated yesterday with a Bachelor of Arts from the Bellarmine College of Liberal Arts, for the national anthem.
See by the dawn's early
Please be seated. As we begin the formal proceedings, I acknowledge the parents, families, friends, and spouses, as well as our faculty, for all that they have contributed to our graduates. I ask the class of 2022 to give them a round of applause. And happy Mother's Day. I'm pleased to present to you Timothy Law Snyder, President of the University.
Thank you, Mr. Provost. Executive Vice President and Provost Poon, Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer Scarborough, Chair Viviano, members of the LMU Board of Trustees, members of the LMU Board of Regents, members of the faculty, student development professionals, campus ministers, staff and administrators, Chancellor of the largest and best community college district in the nation, Dr. Francisco Rodriguez. Siblings, children, friends of the class of 2022, tíos y abuelos de la clase de 2022, parents of the class of 2022, mothers of the class of 2022, happy Mother's Day, and members of the graduate class of 2022, welcome to the 110th commencement exercises of Loyola Marymount University. Today is a glorious day. And this glorious day is rendered all the more glorious by the unbelievable journey that brought you to this very moment. Many of you began your graduate studies just months before our world would forever change. You came here to further your careers, to build upon your knowledge, to expand your horizons, to hone your craft. You did all that and much more in the most unbelievable of times. Many of you have families to take care of. You have bills to pay. You have seen and endured suffering, yet you prevailed. You triumphed. You proved that you can do anything. Through your pursuit of the truth and your commitment to justice, through your service and through your boundless creativity, you have become leaders. Of course, we all know you were already leaders, and that's why you chose LMU. That's also why LMU chose you. But LMU's brand of leadership is special. It is purposeful leadership, courageous leadership, ethical leadership, leadership in the service of faith and promotion of justice. That's what you came here to realize. And today we celebrate your achievement in this leadership as its very embodiment. This leadership is at the heart of our Jesuit and Marymount University mission. Our beloved mission will infuse your future creations with passion and purpose, and it will carry you forward through every step of your continuing journey. So your next film project or pilot, your next performance or piece, your next discovery, your next invention, your next collaboration, your next entrepreneurial endeavor, the next life you change through your teaching or your scholarship, through your care, through your love, whatever you choose to do next, know that you are already imparting your passion and purpose to the world. And you're doing so in lockstep with the examples, that is, actions, of our founding saint, St. Ignatius. I thank you, our faculty thank you, for choosing LMU as your partner across this journey. Be confident you chose wisely because your passion and purpose were sharpened here, transformed here, and will also forever be treasured here. Your LMU alumni family will be your wellspring as you continue to flourish into leaders who will contribute to, as we love to say, creating the world we want to live in. Graduate class of 2022, be joyful. Extend your arms of love for and with others. I congratulate you. Let's go 2022. Undergrads were here yesterday and they made it loud on the count of three, the Go Lions, so I'm going to give you three. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Lions! Congratulations, enjoy.
In early April, at the faculty recognition ceremony, the faculty recipients of the President's Fritz B. Burns Distinguished Teaching Award, the Raines Award for Excellence in Service, the Raines Award for Excellence in Scholarship and Creative Works, the LMU Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, the Term Faculty Distinguished Teaching Awards, and the Part-Time Faculty Distinguished Teaching Award were announced. Please refer to the commencement program for more information. Their achievements are extraordinary, and we are honored with their presence this morning. Each year, the university bestows honorary degrees on persons who symbolize, in an outstanding manner, a record of scholarship or service that contributes to the public good. In honoring these persons, the university recognizes their significant contributions to the world in which we live. Paul Viviano, Chair of the Board of Trustees, will introduce our honorary degree recipient and commencement speaker.
Good morning, LMU families. Distinguished scholar and educator Francisco C. Rodriguez is Chancellor of the Los Angeles Community College District, the largest community college district in the United States. Appointed in 2014, Dr. Rodriguez is widely recognized for his commitment to improving instruction and educational facilities in the LACCD and for being a bold advocate for expanding access to education for undocumented and low-income students, as well as for students with disabilities. For Dr. Rodriguez, a goal of LACCD is to use education as a tool to eradicate poverty, to eradicate access to the kinds of ills that prevail in our society. Accordingly, he led efforts to hire nearly 600 full-time tenure-track faculty and to secure a $3.3 billion bond for facilities. He also played a pivotal role in establishing the California Promise program, which provides all first-time, full-time California students with 2 years of tuition-free education at a state community college. Dr. Rodriguez has received several awards, including the Oatley Award for Service and Leadership from the Mexican government, the Educator of the Year Award from the LMU School of Education, and the Tom Bradley Local Leader of the Year Award from UCLA. In 2021, he was named one of the most influential people in Southern California by the Los Angeles Business Journal. Dr. Rodriguez exemplifies LMU's mission, having dedicated his esteemed 30-year career in public higher education to championing equity and inclusion, diversity, and outreach to under-resourced communities. A first-generation English language learner, college graduate, and proud son of immigrant factory workers. Dr. Rodriguez. Dr. Rodriguez credits his parents for instilling him in a strong work ethic, faith, and strength. For his remarkable achievements, Loyola Marymount University is proud to bestow on Francisco C. Rodriguez the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, Honoris Causa. Thank you so much. What a privilege to have you here today. Thank you. It's a privilege. Thank you. Hand this to you. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We're going to get a picture here.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of California and by the trustees of Loyola Marymount University, I now confer on you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. Congratulations, now two-time Dr. Rodriguez. LMU time.
Graduates, families, and friends, I am pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Francisco C. Rodriguez.
Thank you. Good morning, buenos dias to everybody. Oh, this is a tremendous honor to be here. Let me thank Chair Viviano for the wonderful introduction for this amazing degree from Loyola Marymount University, and to my friend and colleague, President Snyder, who has been so kind and generous since the moment I arrived here in Los Angeles back in 2014. We also acknowledge Provost Poon and Executive Vice President Scarborough and all the wonderful stage party guests. This has been an amazing experience. The LMU family is an amazing, amazing family. So I welcome all the faculty, staff, and administrators who are here. I also want to welcome the familias, the families who are here celebrating the graduation of the graduate class of 2020. A las familias, muy buenos días. Gracias por acompañarnos esta mañana. Es un día muy especial, and I'm so proud to share this moment. This Mother's Day, Feliz Día de las Madres, to all the mothers, grandmothers, las tías, all those who have provided a guiding hand, a touch, some way in which they have allowed our journey to continue. You are, for those of us who are educators, the reason we got into education. This is our reward, your graduation and what you will do with your degree. I'm also very, very pleased to be joined by my familia, my wife and partner of 34 years, Irma, my son, our son, Andres, and Angelica, who are all here with me this morning. And I mentioned Angelica because I was here a few years back in 2018 when she received her Master's in Urban Education from the School of Ed with an emphasis on policy and administration and teaching credential. She got involved with TFA, Teach for America, and is now working for TFA in the San Francisco Bay Area. So thank you to the LMU family for providing guidance, especially to Professor Edmundo Litton, who guided her faithfully and very carefully. So thank you so much to the LMU family for this warm invitation. I welcome you, la gran bienvenida, on behalf of the students, the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the administration of the Los Angeles Community College District, and extend my hearty congratulations, mis felicidades, to the class of 2022. I'm excited and honored to be here in celebration with you, in service with you, because I believe deeply in LMU's mission. From the moment I learned of it and became part of the LMU family, the encouragement of learning, the education of the whole person, the service of faith and the promotion of justice. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you today. Now, you heard some of my personal background. I indeed am a proud first-generation immigrant, English language learner from a working-class family. Mi familia, somos de Jalisco, Mexico. And we've been in this country for almost 70 years. Mis padres, my family, my parents, with the grace of God, they're still alive. Now 70 years living in San Francisco's Mission District, where they raised a binational family of 7. Let me ask, how many of you are first-generation college attendees? Look at you. Look at you. Beautiful. It was Maya Angelou who said, "We are the hope and the dream of the slave." Yes, we are. We are the hope and the dream of the campesino, the dishwasher, the groundskeeper, the person who's toiled in the fields and who struggled so that one day we would be here with graduate degrees in our hands. And here you are. You should be very proud of this moment. Each of us is a manifestation of the dreams who came before us. Obtaining an education for a person like me was synonymous with renewed hope that was counter to the generations of poverty and isolation that my family and my ancestors had endured unselfishly, all for the off chance that the next generation would be better than the one before. You heard that my parents were factory workers, both with union jobs, with 8 years of total education between them. They are smart, wise, hardworking, and possess a faith in God that is consistent, unwavering, and unapologetic. I learned from them the meaning of family, a spirit of generosity, an ethic of care, empathy. I also learned not to be ashamed, to get on my knees, surrender to the Lord, and ask for guidance and strength. In my journey, access to higher education and the opportunity that followed was a door to personal discovery and a gateway to professional exploration. It can do that and more for you. Access and opportunity created through affirmative action, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs are the reasons that I am here today. I can proudly say that I am the product of public assistance programs, church ministry, anti-gang prevention, outreach programs, youth sports, the Boys Club, and the San Francisco Public Library System. And I would bet that there are a whole lot of others in this graduating class who, like me, are the direct beneficiaries of such programs and of direct intervention of caring people. Many of us are here because we believe in the practice and the principle of paying it forward. Many of us are here because we took risks and we're not afraid to fail. So, graduate class of 2022, I ask you, how will you use your life and your education as tools for positive change and the public good? How will you make a difference to improve the lives of others? As I reflect on these heavy questions, I realize that I've been blessed, and perhaps you have been too. Blessed with experiences and opportunities that I could not even have imagined as a young person growing up, uninformed, and yes, making mistakes. Blessed to have people and teachers who believed in me, especially when I didn't, who told me in very convincing fashion that I was capable of more, that there was no room for mediocrity or complacency. Blessed to lead institutions, and my goodness, now in thousands of meetings, now having the privilege of chairing a lot of them, advocating for resources and shaping policy for higher education as the greatest and most impactful determinant of social and economic mobility. I've championed, with the good grace of others, racial equity and social justice everywhere I have been. Not always easily or without criticism, sharp criticism in some cases. I provided formal consultation and given talks and speeches and pláticas at the country's most prestigious universities like LMU, and at professional associations and conferences nationally and internationally. I'm proud of that. But let me say this, I've also given equal attention, vigor, intentionality when I've spoken to junior high school libraries, at high school gymnasiums, in parking lots, in migrant camps, in juvenile halls, and in state prisons. I've marched in protest against apartheid and racism, and marched in lockstep solidarity with the farm workers, immigrants, and other marginalized communities. I share all of this because how we choose to use our time, our education, and our talent matter. I fundamentally believe that education is the civil rights issue of the 21st century, and that hopefully all of us would use our life and our profession as tools for positive and productive change. Your degree is una herramienta. It is a tool for us to use. It's not the destination, it's the beginning of an impactful life. I believe that our nation's strength, economic health, our prosperity, and democracy depend on the inclusion and success of all of its participants, regardless of citizenship status. For those of us who have the audacity and courage to call ourselves educators, us here, look at the stage here, the audacity and courage, the will to call ourselves educators, transformational leaders, and change agents, the anticipated threats to higher education's traditional tenets of access, equity, and affordability are real. This COVID-19 pandemic has intensified inequities and shined a bright light on health and economic disparities, especially for the most vulnerable of students who were already resourced, under-resourced before the pandemic. While California's economic recovery is much stronger than earlier projections, the recovery has been lopsided, favoring those who are educated, employed, connected to technology, housed and insured, and worsening the environment and conditions for those least capable of navigating it. Many of those in the worst category are the students and families whom we proudly serve at the Los Angeles Community College District and at community colleges, frankly, nationwide. Basic student needs such as food and housing security, employment, mental health, technology, and financial aid have increased and disproportionately affected underserved groups that make up the lion's share of students. As educators, as colleagues, our urgent clarion call is to do things differently if we expect to have more equitable student outcomes. And if I may, just a quick note, but an important one, to my colleague educators as well. We have perhaps the best opportunity to eradicate and overcome social and racial injustice and to empower the least educated and poorest in our communities. And by the way, as I look at the students here, you are my colleagues. You are, in many ways, we're soulmates. We're in this business of lifting, of elevating, of amplifying opportunity for all. Who agrees with that, by the way? Who agrees with that? All right. All right, I'm feeling really good now. I believe we have a moral imperative to lead and to serve others. Leading by example means making structural and permanent changes to root out the ill effects of racism and bias from our classrooms, our curriculum, and our workplace. Colleagues, without a major shift to be anti-racist in higher education, our profession further bifurcates and passively perpetuates inequality and educational disparity. We run the risk of furthering the very inequalities and disparities that we actually seek to eliminate, unless we have frank dialogue about power, privilege, and positionality, who teaches and what we teach in our classrooms, and an examination of our own leadership praxis. We must acknowledge that racial equality and social justice show up in how we build our schools and our colleges, how our streets and colleges are policed, and who has access to education, healthcare, and jobs. At my district, we're using what's called the Framework for Racial Equity and Social Justice. Please check it out as a district-wide effort to focus on taking action to root out racism and to internalize anti-racist policies and practices across our 9 colleges. The framework embodies the values of our organization and directs specific actions and commitments, resource allocations, to create conditions for our colleges and district to actively build anti-racist organizational capacity and resilience, and to embrace a more socially and racially just academic community. So why does this matter? It matters because inconsistent leadership and a lack of consensus on issues of access, diversity, equity, inclusion, and anti-racism impact the performance of underprepared and under-resourced students. Leadership impacts and influences the climate of an institution or organization. Leadership can accelerate or decelerate equity. With it, it can facilitate, extract fruits, and embrace change. Without it, it can fuel the resistance to change and opportunity. So let me conclude by sharing some thoughts that I hope will be useful to you. And let me start with this. Graduates, be an architect and a co-author of your future and create the world we want to live in, as the mission statement of LMU suggests. Lead as yourself. Bring your whole self, your whole identity to the table, not just the parts that make people feel comfortable or accommodated. Accelerate equity. I assure you that diversity and equity are value added to any equation. We are living in an increasingly interconnected society and interdependent world, especially as it relates to the environment, justice, and our global community. Use your voice. Developing and trusting and using your leadership voice and ethos can serve as inflection points for transformational change and improvement. As leaders now and in the future, displaying consistent, authentic leadership can be your strongest and most effective asset. Taking the lead, using and positioning your leadership voice and ethos on principle and strategy can lead to significant gains and progress. Trust it. Graduates, remain curious, always. Curiosity can be a driver for achievement and innovation. And get out of your own way sometimes. Let your brilliance shine. Let your brilliance and greatness that you have bestowed inside of you by the grace of God shine. Let it out. Unleash this thing. Let it burst out. Show your talents. The world needs it. And please do not settle. There is no shame in struggle. Many of us who are graduating on the stage here are the products of struggle. There's no shame in it. Remember that our setbacks can be our most important teachers. Be resilient and know this, that if you bring a change agenda, let me just, by show of hands, in your workplace, in your future, and you see your leadership and professional, how many are going to bring a change agenda that says the current status is not satisfactory enough? Great show of hands. All right. Almost everybody, no matter what you're doing, a change for improvement agenda. Be resilient, because if you bring a change agenda in whatever capacity you hold, expect, underline expect, to be criticized, thwarted, or even threatened professionally, no matter the color of your skin, sexual orientation, or gender. But let me assure you, it is worth whatever criticism and consequences may arise. And never, ever underestimate the resistance to change. Yes, all this work can be laden with fear and ambiguity. But let me suggest to you, the brilliant class of 2022, do it anyway. Dale gas. Do it anyway. Ustedes son el orgullo y la esperanza de nuestra comunidad. You are the pride and promise of our community. And lastly, be a force for good. Our world deserves nothing less. Thank you for your kind attention. May God continue to bless you, your families, and my very best wishes for your continued success. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Go Lions! Adelante, siempre. Go Lions! Adelante, siempre. Go Lions! Adelante, siempre.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez, for your presence and insightful thoughts this morning. We now award LMU's graduate degrees. As you come up the walkway, I call your attention to the sanitation stations, which I ask each of you to utilize so we may safeguard the health of all in attendance. President Snyder and Mr. Viviano will greet the new graduates. Candid photographs will be taken of each student receiving their diploma cover. And I ask the graduates not to congregate on the stage, but to return to their seats and remain seated until the candidates of all colleges and schools have been recognized. I also request that our guests remain seated for the duration of the presentation so that all may have a view of the proceedings. Dean Michelle D. Young will present the candidates for degrees from the School of Education.
I am honored to present the candidates for degree of Doctor of Education. Will the candidates come forward?
Antonio Felix.
Corey S. Halati.
Jason Gregory Garcia.
Jane Louise White Jonas.
Jason Jarrell Bostic.
Deanna Smith.
Patrick Furlong.
Courtney Jones Smith.
Michael Ilagan Santa Maria.
Ernestina Aguilar.
Megan Marie Atkins.
Melissa Adriana Jara.
Patrick James Allison.
Susan Gardner Archambault.
Congratulations to our doctoral degree candidates. I am honored to present the candidates for the degree of Education Specialist. Will the candidates please come forward?
Carolyn Stanton. Sarah Arsenis. Andrea Chorbajian. Tina Uabian. Jamala Blackburn.
English? Anthony Barrios de la Loza.
Rebecca K. Shaheen.
Mariana Garcia.
Congratulations to our Education Specialist candidates.
Priya Kumar. Nicole Elizabeth Fakimi. Leslie Juliet Moran Gonzalez. Monica Skugman. Elisa Cagliostro. Sarah Kasravi.
And now I'm honored to present the candidates for the degree of the Masters of Arts. Will the candidates come forward?
David Paul Lopez.
Rakaya Jordan.
Ruby Armendariz.
Xavier Y. Herrera.
Sadie Ray Miller.
Jordan Camille Crawford Estrella.
Daisy Toller.
Amy Rojas.
Jessica Jimenez.
Julia Margaret Jackson.
Daina Adriana Espinoza.
Shannon Haley O'Kane.
Idieli Preciado.
Sophia Rosalind Farland.
Juan Nued.
Emily T. Reese.
Calista Marisela Ruiz.
Lily Smith.
Claire Renee DeRulac.
Claire Elizabeth Graves.
Melissa Bocanegra.
Miguel Angel Barrera Lopez.
Sandra Morales.
Jennifer Lynn Palmer.
Patricia Mercado.
Irene Muliadi.
Celeste Gisela Guardado. Teresa Villorio Hernandez.
Yvette Castañeda.
Emily Mary Catherine Cadena.
Connie Michelle Mejia Cabrera.
Shannon Adams Rangel.
Wendy Maricela Ayala Davila.
Giselle Monique Mendoza.
Caitlin Rico.
Jamie Elisa Morera.
Taylor McIntyre.
Dana Marie Kozowski.
Kathy Nguyen.
Rocio Alejandra Gomez.
Abigail Alana Menendez.
Alma Lucia Nava Valdovinos.
Ariana Hernandez.
Cynthia Alejandra Gonzalez.
Catherine Melissa Jimenez.
Karen Margaretha Muhlberger.
Marieli Pozuelos.
Rory Hannah McConville.
Audrey Kitty Casas.
Alejandro R. Navarez.
Yvette Magaña Ruiz.
Alfredo Serrato.
María de Jesús López Zamudio.
Najee Bossum Simmons.
Emily Marie Bishop.
Paulina A. Mayorga.
Enrique Magdaleno.
Drew Joseph Debro. Erica Crispin. Ariana C. Allen.
Stephen T. Fuller II.
Elizabeth Warner. Robin Melissa Timbriel.
Morgan M. Spires.
Jennifer Yoriko Shojinaga Fukinaga.
Melissa Hogan.
Allison Danielle Knight.
Celeste Ophelia Davidson.
Isabella Andrioni.
Bernice Zacarias.
John Paul Ramirez.
Mayra Larios.
Christina Rodriguez.
Kendall E. Charles.
Desiree Margaret Sandoval.
Noemí Carabeo.
Miguel Angel Curiel.
Azani Therese Pruitt.
Quinn Leah Driver.
Evelyn Raquel Fajardo.
Morgan Brianne Fisher.
Alexandra Gonzalez.
Jocelyn Angelica Angarita.
Genevieve Catherine Pepin.
Daisy Lisbeth Cisneros.
Tui Nak Nguyen.
Stephanie R. Garcia.
Jacqueline A. Dang.
Kylie Lemaire.
Randy Gonzalez.
Laura Colmenares.
Ashley Taylor Gore.
Christina Marie Locke.
Madeline E. Searson.
Demary Denise Kinley.
Christina Rose Barrett.
Lynn Elizabeth Mangione.
Jessica Fernandez Ortiz.
Sean Christopher Barlow.
Melissa Catherine Leyva.
Reese Alexandria Ortega.
Itzel Cota.
Rayanna Elizabeth Smith.
Eric Olaf Johansson.
Natalie Ashley Van Connis.
Sedona Hill.
Alexis Brianna Miraz.
Selena Marie Torres.
Marianne Escalante.
Juana Marisol Orellana.
Karis Lael Estrella.
Ana Emilia Roca.
Chloe Fiorentino.
Santia Patricia Jimenez.
Karen Yvonne Carrera Celis.
Julissa Alejandra de la Cruz.
Marina Rosario Navarro.
Brianna Rudy Juarez.
Honora Claire Dennison.
Michelle Sofia Pivaral.
Madeline Elizabeth Correll.
Violeta Martinez Solis.
Therese Salgado.
Jamie Briseida Escobar Cruz.
Jacqueline Glorioso.
Gracela Zamudio.
Anthony Lawrence John Mangar.
Maria Raquel Cruz.
Dominique Perry.
Lauren Amber Guzman.
Tyler Jacob Brzezinski.
Katie Martinez.
Jesus Enrique Mancia.
Pamela Wimberly Willis.
Ira Wada.
Armando Soto.
Carlos Enrique Cervantes.
Charles Bowman Adams III.
Elmer Anthony Renderos.
Edgar Palacios.
Jessica Maya.
Jose Francisco Urias.
Elvia Martinez.
Janet Guerra.
Carol Belahan Abrahan.
Maria Teresa Sanchez.
Yulisa Becerra.
Wyatt Justice Gitlin.
Georgia Blair.
Sarah Rutherford Finley.
Haley Samantha Winters.
Christine W. Ho.
Gabriela J. Ariola.
Pooja Amit Atle.
Julian Gershon.
Annalie Mendez.
Kenny Shin Young Kong.
Donby Kim.
Evan Versalini.
Angel Adrian Ortiz.
Melissa Vilas.
Elena Elizabeth Enriquez.
Katie Getkin.
Amanda Danielle Esme Quintana.
Ian Russell Wong.
Gabriela Mondragon Negrete.
Jonathan Perez Flores.
Way Set.
Hector Favela Corias.
Michelle Ann East.
Jose Francisco Lemos.
Maribel Romo.
Emily Rosales.
Shamali Mujan.
Araceli Gomez.
Cameron Leanne Tyner.
Autumn Sherelle Nails.
Cecilia Basa.
Robert Leo Burke.
Go ahead. Candice Montenegro.
Bunny F. Saavedra Leslie.
Amanda May Fronda Villanueva.
Mora Patricia Bowden.
Teresa Newen.
Fausta Farrell Vaca.
Passion Faith Lord.
Samantha Renee Hebrey.
Alyssa Jeanette Asensio.
Janone Adams Horton.
Samantha Gail Maddox.
Garrick B. Thompson.
Maeve G. Lee.
Bastian Oberly.
Elizabeth Alexis Raleigh.
Azucena B. Izquierdo.
Amanda Nicole Perez.
Simara Raquel Sanchez Mara.
Marie Roxanne Rivera.
Amna O. Siddiqui.
Charlie Ruano.
Jessica Socorres Alvarez Preciado.
Melissa Cortez.
Brenda Benitez.
Alberto Moreno.
Ana Gonzalez Lopez.
Jacqueline Flores.
Barbara Thomas.
Shireen McFall.
Madison Ho.
Sara Linerio.
Mia Rose Hughes.
Emily Esther Fellman.
Casey Louise Chitty.
Noel Nevares Rodriguez.
Rosalie Didana.
Julissa Jasmine Camacho.
Jacqueline Ismari Rodriguez.
Anna E. Lamer.
Gabriela Da Silva.
Jonathan Sangjin Che.
Jillian Anais Hernandez.
Kyle Patrick Lynch.
Sarah Hamilton.
Esmeralda Diaz.
Noemi Cavarrubias.
Donald E. Kelly.
Crystal Eugenia Singh.
Mark Anthony Covarrubias.
Adriana Soto.
Catherine Anna Burrell.
Giovanna Janae Robinette.
Lauren Hope Tuckman.
Patricia Gutierrez Toledo.
Marisela de la Rosa.
Elisha Shafon Rambin.
Esmeralda Avila.
Genesis Arandi Reyes Rivera.
Michael Perez.
Jose Roman Aguilar Jr.
Andrew John Ackinger.
Alyssa Marie Janis.
Anderson McMahon Marin.
Nico Mikel Hogan.
Eli Scott. Joe Quintana.
No, I just saw a brown.
Quentin Allen Jackson Jr. Duhaney Williams. Cassandra Shakira Ortiz. Ricardo Alejandro Ramos. Risha Kumari Sharma. Sarina Elizabeth Morales. Jad Eways. Daniel Pio. Samuel Joseph Couture. Jacqueline Joy Cisneros. Christine Adela Malacate Lazo. Claudia Espinosa Wilson. Deborah Ann Cudahy. Jordan Chanel Fines. Tiffany Lachey Shivers. LeSean De Leon Stewart Jr. Rebecca Joanna Butchart. Mia Suzette Youngblood Gaitan. Evelyn Rivas. Ariana Calderón. Anaí B. Ramírez. Jocelyn Urrutia. Tanya Gatica. Gabriela Santillán.
All right. Congratulations to our master's degree candidates. Dean Dale Smith will present the candidates for the degree from the College of Business Administration.
I am honored to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration, the Master of Science in Accounting, and the Masters of Science. Please come forward.
Timothy Burke.
Charles Roberts.
Jason L. Footlick.
Meng Hu.
Perry Walker Dupler.
Fahed A. Alwazan.
Logan Tyler Marquez.
Azar Hamed Boyabes. Lawrence Sanchez.
Anders Huey Santinas.
Emily Rachel Arvidsson.
Jia Jun Chen.
Jasmine Miyuki Bluen.
Abdulaziz Al-Kandari.
Kathleen Von Kwok.
Jasa Melissa Al-Kanai.
Yitong Peggy Lee.
Donna Isa Al-Ghazali.
Jessica Fauch.
Gabriella Goffman.
Sarah Marie Leal.
Megan Elizabeth Mandel.
Piyasha Dahanayake.
Jasmine Jacole Smith.
Alexandria Noel Reeves.
Jasmine Janae Jones.
Santiago Alberto Mier Iteran.
Lene Ruth Wilson. Andrea C. Gonzalez.
Yusel Ortega Perez.
Diana Dobromir Ivanova.
Sarah M. Morganson.
Alexandros Athamarides.
Brian Neil Luna.
Rana Roop Singh Bular.
Anil Suman Patel.
Jose Domingos Alonzo.
Eric Custis.
Peter Joseph Gurka.
Jacob Efrain Guillen.
John Thomas Laney.
Kareem Usama Karabia.
Jamie Mignot.
Andrew Julian Prosser.
Lauren Isabella Dennis.
Marvin Enrique Corrado.
Robert Walter Henley Dryden.
Christian Shazad.
Jonathan True Tai Ting.
Jeanette Marie Alcaraz.
Elena Sanchez.
Ryan Gary Bell.
Chrissy Wong.
Samantha Ray Crawford.
Zhuo Zhuo.
Marina Sampson.
Yazi Afzalipur. Nicole Alexandra Finmore.
Shelley Reese.
Nadine Chu.
Ernesto Solis.
Edgar Vinicio Maraquin.
William Benjamin Portillo.
Leo King.
David Si Ying Tang.
Camila Furkan.
Nazeli Garpetian.
Oliver Ting Li Ling.
Erica Carol Weiler.
Kyle A. Guillen.
Divya Hararam.
Diman Sarkar.
Emily Holman.
Arshak Mukitarian.
Melissa Ann Lewis.
Daniel Enciso.
David Alexander Urtecho.
Stephanie Nava.
Yassine Al-Shihabi.
Taylor Jean Falati.
Nasser Al-Homeisi.
Shilpa Anil Prasad.
Antonio Salame.
Courtney Khan Win.
Deshaun Renee Radcliffe.
Michelle Lynn Todd Zalabak.
Montana Taylor Branch.
Mara Kathleen Lay.
Isaac Lee Bedford.
Wafiq A. Husari.
Ryan Jenkins.
Ryan Stephen Lau.
Cameron Stanton Meeks.
Rafi Margosian.
William Quinn Lavelle.
Roya Shenazari.
Blaine Michael Sullivan.
Ava Hojabri.
Mohammed Esmail.
Juliana Paradise Matalini. Daniel.
Edward J. Santiago.
Daniel Jose Garcia.
Salma Adusama.
Francesca Lagudi.
Rachel Lynn Odom.
Ashley Lynn Alvarez.
Josephine Christopher Alforque Simmons.
Paloma Jacome Bramkamp.
Nathan Tanada.
Azaib Nigato.
Janae Etre Franklin.
Shanawaz Ali Khan. Berton Toulouse. Ryan Robles. Tiffany Nicole Lum. Claudio Dangman. Allison Elizabeth Crawford.
Congratulations to our MBA, MSA, and MS candidates. Dean Tina Cho will present the candidates for degrees from the Frank Seaver College of Science and Engineering.
I'm honored to present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Engineering, and Master of Arts in Teaching Mathematics. Will the candidates please come forward?
Janelle Margaret Lucy Robb.
Amelia Escogido.
Kanimoli Shara.
Michael Antonio Saldaña.
Jamin Pinakin Patel.
Janelle Latrice Jr.
Mansi Prajapati.
Italia Pasavante.
Asala Kansara.
Ryan Alexander Habari Romualdo.
Lee Duke Tren.
Leonardo Daniel García Cerecedo.
Brian Mancata.
Desiree Eileen Gonzalez.
William Bjorndal.
Samantha Millie Kern.
Rodney Chan.
Lawrence Sky Campo.
Lauren Diana Catalina Ganaban.
Maria G. Aceves.
Kayla Hope Quiros.
Sarah Jane Lansner.
Raylene Ruth Belisle.
Cardinal Joseph Fernandez IV.
Sabrina Victoria Colette Ruiz.
Mark Ethan Ambo Zunga.
Dario Jose Gutierrez Gomez.
Iván Andrés del Castillo.
Samuel Shamsky Mitchell.
Louis Kane.
Alvaro Francisco Pineda.
Janelle Ann Powell.
Pedro Gallegos.
Justin A. Ochoa.
Rosa Maria Pastor.
Roberto Carlos Ventura.
Robin Lee Coates.
Kadir Hamad Al-Hamad.
Megan Jean Kelly.
Abdul Wahab S. Almathan.
Ryan Joseph Gutierrez Smith.
Gerline Koza.
Timothy Jacob O'Rourke.
Dane A. Lazarus.
Rafael E. Martinez Paruta.
Nicholas Allen Short.
Troy Vincent Snodgrass.
Jameson T. Murphy.
Congratulations to the candidates from the Frank R. Seaver College of Science and Engineering. Dean Robin Crabtree will present the candidates for the degrees from the Bellarmine College of Liberal Arts.
I'm delighted and honored to present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts. Will the candidates now come forward?
Xylo Gargiulo.
Evan Roland Cheney.
Teresia Jennifer Portuguese.
Naila Aylan Manuel.
Katie Davidson.
Tamara Ramsey.
Brian Daniel Noonan.
Ava Enriquez.
Angela Irene Claudio Rodriguez.
Sophia Corrine Markowski.
Rachel Marie Beatty.
Gentry Isabella Burks.
Addison Taylor Hall.
Brianna Gabriela Feld.
Ashley Munoz.
Flavius Russo.
Nicholas E. Gervasoni.
Lorenza Ashley Elbert.
Shane Nayuki Yano.
Hilda Tapia.
Edoro Gallo Benalcazar.
Leonardo Daniel Mendoza.
Jessica Liu.
Macy Ann Gennenbacher,
Sophia Elise Gilmore,
Ray Almanza,
Federico Guillermo Rodriguez Hernandez,
Sister Pia St. Romain,
David J. Estrada,
Judith Ramon,
Lordu Xavier Jesudas,
Benny Liu,
Julio Cesar De Leon,
Rogelio Garcia,
Crystal Lynn Trepani Landry,
Francesca Michelle Gold,
Salimar Anuska Ruiz,
Lane Taylor Werrett,
Deacon Amante Paludo,
Caitlin Lawrence Selvey,
Charles Philip Wessler,
Adrienne Hope Height,
Congratulations to all the candidates from the Bellarmine College of Liberal Arts. I now invite Dean Bryant Keith Alexander, the interim dean for the School of Film and Television and the dean of the College of Communication and Fine Arts, to present the next set of candidates for degrees.
I am honored to present the candidates from the School of Film and Television. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts come forward?
Zoe Mann,
Sofia Francesca Costanzo,
Nikon Haririan,
Anna K. Sitar,
Molly Elizabeth Vogel,
Catherine Lynn Hopkins,
Bianca Arroyave,
Andrew George Van Houston,
Tara Lee Reynolds,
Charlene Caroline Stephanie Marie,
Benjamin Van Howe,
Alexa Lane Feeney,
Mustafa Hadi Yassar II,
Chen Zheng,
Zoe Young,
Jiashun Gao,
Saja Smith,
Denise Renee Bond,
Rhea Al-Sharabadi,
Natasha Sabur,
Sung Ho Shin,
Victoria de la Concha,
Tiffany Ike,
John Ross Thompson,
Harold D. Lathan II,
Emmett Walsh,
Angela Halen Kwan,
Jean-Baptiste Unai Ribeiras,
Amelia Asilis,
Christopher Espinal,
Sophia Jamelis,
Noura Alavi,
Thomas Jang,
Richard Martinez Jackson II,
Adam Hogin,
Zainab Umi Silla,
Krushan Naik,
Blake C. Williams,
Taylor Lee Aguilar,
Kennedy Dominique Jordan and Lurie, Fiore Carmen Van Rijswijk, Taylor L. Keaton, Henrietta Saibatu Mabinti Biayemi,
Donald Nam,
Kevin Kai Wing Yu,
Po Han Su,
Danuta Janishevsky,
Chao Shin Wu Andy,
Marapet and Galvez Mangusing.
Andrew Pilot.
Megan Meredith Downey.
Nastasia Duval.
Ariela Blumlenberg.
Mark Stephen Sheehan.
Dylan Hodge Rosser.
Hui Zhang.
Michael McCurdy.
Jang Wu.
Vahan Griffith Bedelian.
Lu Tong Wong.
Timothy Richard Atkinson Phillips. Tatiana Rachel Walker.
Congratulations to the candidates from the School of Film and Television. And now it's my honor to present the candidates from the College of Communication and Fine Arts. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts and Master of Fine Arts come forward?
Yael Marga Schuster.
Ivan O. Lopez.
Lauren Renee Johansson Shepard.
Elizabeth Sizemore.
Emily Stapleton.
Chelsea Coda.
Garrett Camilleri.
Danielle Aileen de Herrera.
Sierra Dawn Olson.
Victoria Grace Mason.
Danielle Alicia Dominguez.
Marissa Grace Gonzalez.
Vanessa Carlo Perez.
Reagan A. Valdez.
Angelica Cortez.
Vivian M. Chia.
Naomi Frida Nesson.
Ha Young Lee.
Julia Arias.
Susana Valdez.
Jamie Lee Lumbrana.
Megan Julia Kimball.
Amanda Marie Ramirez.
Amanda Holman.
Julio.
Thomas Shavita II.
Melissa Gonzalez.
Congratulations to the candidates from the College of Communication and Fine Arts.
Now please stand as Carolyn Guerrier leads us in the singing of LMU's alma mater, Hail the Crimson and the Blue. You may follow along with the lyrics on the last page of the program.
Chapel bells in chorus, turn our thoughts to LMU. Sing this song in joyful chorus, hail the crimson and the blue.
Thank you. Nice job.
Let's see. All right. Before I ask President Snyder to confer the degrees of our graduating class, I have a couple of announcements to make. So after the conferral, after you all whoop it up, our faculty representative will lead us out carrying the mace. Please follow the faculty out through the back. And now, I ask President Snyder to confer the degrees of our graduating class.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of California and by the trustees of Loyola Marymount University, and on the recommendation of your respective faculties, I now confer on each of you who is eligible the degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. In witness thereof, you will receive from the university a diploma signed by the respective officers of the university. Former students, LMU alumni, congratulations!
Oh my God.
Do not worry about putting them in order. I'll be happy to do it. Get in there. We'll get out early.
The bill person.
Yeah. Quasimodo or...